Hey guys, and welcome back. It's been a wild couple of weeks, so let me take you along with me on this 3-week road trip across Europe for tournament season. From Spain to France to Prague, a lot of golf, some sightseeing, and plenty of drama on the greens. Let's get started. So I had a quick 2-day break at home after my top 10 finish at the Alegria Ladies Open. Super happy with the result. But just like that, I was packing my bags again. This time, España for the Santander Golf Tour Leras event at a Villa Golf Club, about an hour and a half from Madrid. I did this tournament with 2 of my Slovakian friends on tour, so we split rental car and apartment, which made things fun and way more affordable. Also, the Spanish sun did not disappoint. It was extremely hot. Definitely got my tan lines back. The course in Avila was flat, thank God, but the whole place had supposedly dealt with bad flooding just recently, so the greens were in pretty rough shape. Safe to say, I struggled on the greens this week. I ended up missing the cut with rounds of +3 and +3. Not ideal, but that's golf. Since the tournament ended on a Saturday and I didn't head to France the next stop until Tuesday for the next event, I had some time to chill. We stayed 2 nights in El Espinar, just outside of Madrid. On one day, we decided to head to a course and try to get some holes in. The manager of Air Golf Club was super nice and let us play for free, which was amazing. Also, the views there were unreal. Air Golf Club is located in Los Angeles de San Rafael, and if you know me, you already know how obsessed I am with SoCal. La La Land. So I was way too excited that the town was called Los Angeles. Of course, I also had to squeeze in a quick sightseeing day in Madrid. Monday was spent in the city, and I definitely got my steps in that day. Did some shopping as well. Had to stop at Oysho, not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but it's my favorite workout clothing brand. They're a Spanish company and I love their fits. Also had lunch at Honest Greens. Never been there before, but it was so good, super fresh, super healthy. Highly recommend it. Other than that, I visited the regular sites such as the Royal Palace, the Temple of Debod, and the Plaza Mayor. Morning! Yesterday I spent the day in Madrid sightseeing and eating some good food. Today I'm heading from Madrid to Toulouse in France for the next Let Access event in Montauban. Rolling down the boulevard, feeling at ease. Cruising, moving on that West Coast ride. Say barbecue. Let me just say, small plane, back row seat, right next to the toilet, and a lot of turbulences on that 1-hour flight, but we made it. The drive from Toulouse to Montauban was about an hour, and then it was time to refocus and reset for the next tournament. Crossing a horse track. Golf-wise, this week was much better. I kicked things off with a bogey-free 2-under par round, one of my cleanest starts this season. Treated myself to an iced chai post-round in Montauban. Then followed it up with a solid 1-under round to make the cut comfortably. Final round was +3, which dropped me back a bit, but still finished tied for 30th overall. Alright, after 2 weeks on the road, it was finally time to head back to Austria. Kind of, but not really home, if you know what I mean. Eventually touched down in Vienna around noon. Now here's the thing. My next tournament was going to be in Prague, so it didn't make sense to drive all the way home. I live an hour and a half south of Vienna, just to drive all the way back the next morning. So I decided to just spend the night in Vienna and make the most of the afternoon. First, I had to wash clothes. But then I went to a rooftop bar in the first district, chilled at Copa Beach with a drink, and then had dinner at one of my all-time favorite restaurants in Vienna called Hofbauer, right on the Alte Donau in the 22nd district. Such a beautiful view. Fun fact, I actually grew up just down the road in the 21st district. Next morning, off to the Czech Republic. This week's venue, Panorama Golf Resort, about an hour outside of Prague. But there was another highlight this week, and this one wasn't golf related. I had been looking forward to this for a while now. Tate McRae was playing in Prague, literally the night of the first practice day, so it didn't interfere with my prep at all, and I knew I just had to go. No regrets. Such a great concert. Kinda bummed that she didn't sing Just Keep Watching, but hey, it just dropped in that F1 movie, so I get it. Okay, back to the golf. The course was in amazing shape, super hilly in parts, and honestly some really unique holes. First round came out with a 1 under par round, which had me tied for the lead. Second round, not so hot, with 38 putts. Let me repeat that. 38. I still made the cut shooting +4, which honestly feels like a miracle with putting like that. Final day was 3 over par, ended up finishing 33rd overall. And then it was finally home time. 5 hours later, after being 3 weeks on the road, I was finally back home. But let me tell you, I wasn't home for long. So stay tuned to find out where my next journey took me. It's going to be a good one.